Autosport International. Great to meet you. How are you? Now, sit down. Lovely to see you. Well, this is very exciting. I have to say, this is the closest I've ever got to a stock car. So I want you to educate me, because I felt my ribs rattle then. It actually felt like that kind of overwhelming sense of excitement that we used to get in F1. You know, when it was loud.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the noise of these things, 650 brake horsepower. You know, the full contact side of it, which, you know, people just don't understand that. You know, we're doing these speeds and we can get hit into the wall, and that's all part and parcel of what we do.
Right, I'm going to move you back a bit so I can get Phoebe in on this chat as well. Here we go, it's better. You were blocking the view to your lovely daughter. Okay, so kind of what speeds are we talking here then?
Depends on the size of the track. Obviously, you know, we run shorter tracks and we run longer tracks, so the speed isn't particularly what we're aiming for, but I mean, we can be up to 100 mile an hour and full contact at that, you know, so obviously, yeah, it's not just going round a track, you've got other drivers trying to punt you off the track to get your position.
My God, I love it. I'm a convert already. This is a real family affair, because anyone who doesn't know, your dad raced for over 30 years as well.
Yes, he did, yeah.
So we've got Frankie, hang on a minute, let me just work this out. We've got Frankie Senior, or just Frankie.
Frankie Senior.
And then we've got Frankie Junior.
That's me, yeah.
And then we've got Frankie Junior Junior.
Yep.
Where's Frankie Junior Junior? Where are you, Frankie Junior Junior?
They're over there.
He's on.
Yeah.
Hey! Good to see you. And we've got Phoebe. You dodged the Frankie.
Phoebe the first.
You could have been Phoebe the first, Phoebe the only. But this is great, because we've been talking a lot today about family dynasties and it just being in your blood, being in your DNA, and seeing the passion. But the truth is, Phoebe, you were pretty adamant when you were younger you weren't going to race.
Yeah.
So what changed your mind?
Well, so I could have started racing when I was 10, and Dad had, you know, managed to get me a little go in a mini stock, which is what you start when you're 10. And yeah, I did really, really well, you know, 2 old round, and then I came out and was like, nah, not interested. And I think Dad was heartbroken.
No.
Come on, be honest, be honest.
And then when I was 14, my brother had started racing, and I was watching the minis go round, and I saw how many girls were racing, and I said to Dad on the way home from a meeting, I think it was, I was like, oh, I think I want to go now, and I've never looked back since. I've been racing 15 years now, so yeah.
I mean, and you are a bit of a legend in your own right. I mean, you come from great stock, obviously. But to be a woman in this world is we're talking to Jade Edwards earlier as well. You are a trailblazer. I know you're very young to be a trailblazer, but you're doing something extraordinary. And I'm really proud of you, and I've only just met you. This is brilliant. How do you feel within that role, and how are you kind of blossoming within it?
I think it's important for young girls to have female role models to look up to, especially in such a male-dominated sport. And you know, without blowing my own trumpet, I do think I have had quite a successful career. I won the British Championship in V8 Hot Stocks and was the first female to ever do that. I'm the first female to ever win a championship in BriSCA F1 when I won the one class.
Come on, you lot, give her applause. That's unbelievable.
So yeah, I do think I've had a very successful career so far. I'm very, very happy with what I've achieved. Yeah.
And you must be very proud of the career your dad's had as well. So let's just talk about him, like he's not here for a minute. He's been astonishing, hasn't he? I mean, he's pretty much won everything there is to win.
Yeah, definitely. Hands down, in my opinion, I think he's the best, most successful, most talented driver that BriSCA F1 has ever seen.
That's some statement, that, isn't it? You'll have that.
I have to say that.
Passed on all the talent to her as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, obviously my brother races as well, so there's, and obviously Phoebe's husband Carl, he races with us as well.
Oh my goodness, is it all you talk about?
Yeah, basically.
Around the dinner table?
Yeah, we're all actually flying out to New Zealand tomorrow to race over there.
I was going to say, you spend a lot of time down in New Zealand, don't you?
Yeah, we do the teams race.
Explain that to us.
Obviously there's a championship runs the opposite season to us. Obviously 240 cubic inch world championship, which is next weekend, which we're all taking part in. And then obviously the teams racing 2 weeks later with, you know, Team GB, which has been highly successful. Guy Parker's done a superb job getting us over there, and we do okay. You know, we are going to win it one year. I definitely think we are. So we're just keeping the flag flying.
I believe in you, as I'm sure does everyone here. Tell us about the growing popularity of the sport, because I feel that you've got what, 40 different fixtures across the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we run all over the UK from you know, up in Scotland right down to Ipswich, Odsall, Skegness, Kings Lynn. You know, bigger fixture list up from the stand over there. There's plenty of fixture lists. There will be a track within half an hour from everybody's house. You know, the World Championship this year is in September at Skegness Stadium. It's going to be an awesome event. There'll be 120, 130 cars plus there at that event. Obviously, the British Championships also in June, so again, be a massive, big meeting. So yeah.
And it feels like there's something for everyone. It does feel very inclusive. Have you got that sense of community within this? That anyone listening that's maybe thinking about coming along would be interested in?
Definitely, I think, obviously I'm very biased because I absolutely love the sport, but, you know, I don't think it compares, you know, it's nothing else really compares to it. And I think it's fans always say that they can't believe they can come up in the pits and they can speak to the drivers, they can touch the cars, and they can have pictures with the drivers next to the cars, and you know, it's so family oriented, and it is like one big family. And yeah, I don't think anything else compares to it, but again, I am a bit biased.
I think that's key, isn't it? Is accessibility. It's feeling as if you can be part of it.
Absolutely. We had the touring car drivers come and do a race end of last season, and we had a lot of their spectators there, obviously milling around the pits, and they're just in awe because they're stood there like next to their touring car drivers. And I just got chatting to someone, and I'm like, what? He said, we'd never get anywhere near our drivers. I've never spoken to him. I've supported him for 20 odd years, never spoken to him. But I can today. He said, it's unbelievable. He said, is it like this every month? I said, yeah. I said, you just come up, talk to us in the pits, speak to everybody. The kids can sit in the cars. It's what our sport's about. It's a family-orientated sport, and it's an absolutely superb sport. The spectacle of the big meetings is just unbelievable. The atmosphere. So yeah.
Your passion is palpable. I love it. Tell us a little bit more about this beast in front of us.
Yeah, well, she's obviously the purpose-built space frame stock cars, full high tensile chassis. We're in the Chevy. Sort of 650 700 brake horsepower engine, obviously on American racing tyres, full lock diff. So everything's full on, the engines aren't limited at all. So obviously, you know, the power's immense, and obviously it's full contact, which, you know, it's a concept that some people just don't sort of get. Your fast cars start at the back every race, so your grid's completely the wrong way around, as in, so everybody's working all the time. The lads at the back, the fast lads, have got to get forward, so they're passing cars every lap. You know, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars a lap, and that's what makes the racing so good.
No DRS here then?
No, nothing like
Nothing
that. Absolutely nothing like that. The touring car boys, they went out for practice at Skegness, and one of them's like, the traction control's not working right. I'm like, there's no traction control these ways. He said, what, the computer doesn't? No. Your foot and your head, that's what you use. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll sort that. Yeah.
So come on then, tell us what the key is to being able to women handle this thing around.
Yeah, I think, I don't think a lot of, when people get into it and they say, you know, I'd love a go, I don't think they quite realise, do they, kind of like how brutal it actually can be.
In what sense? Just very physical?
Yes, it is very physical, and like even, you know, getting, I know people that have like done their first meeting and they get hit, and like to us it might not look like nothing, and they're like, oh, that was such a big hit, and I'm like, you wait, you know.
Once you've got the handle on getting the cars around, then you've got to get your head around the fact that somebody's trying to hit you out of the way at the same time. So you've got that to contend with, and the direction.
Has it occurred to you lot that these two are totally mad? And they love it, don't they? They love it. Yeah. But this is infectious. I'm interested now.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's a lot about the physical, but a lot about the mental as well.
Absolutely, yeah, because you know, you're working your way through from the back of the grid. You know, you want to be moving the cars in front of you, but leaving them there so the cars that are following you have got to move them as well. You know, there's no point you making a trail right through and the cars behind you following you, because they're just going to get an easy ride. So yeah, it's there isn't one lap where there's not something happening that's chaos. You've got to have your eyes everywhere.
We love the sound of that, don't we?
Yeah.
How many times in Formula One have we said, just want to see a bit more action?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you get it here.
You get this every meeting, every race. You know, we do 5-6 races every meeting. You know, like I said, the fast cars are at the back every meeting, working up to the meeting final. You know, it's just a full-on every race.
So, talking of action, you go to New Zealand tomorrow. How long are you there for? And then what does 2024 look like for the rest of the year?
So we're in New Zealand for 3 weeks. We've all got to drive, so I'm driving to try qualify for the 240s. Dad's in the 240s, so yeah, we've all got drives out there. But yeah, we're out there for 3 weeks, and then we come home, and I don't know, what's the 2020?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
About 6 weeks, the first meeting. Our meetings start in March, and we get straight into the World qualifying round, so it's sort of full on right from the beginning of the season.
Okay, the stage is yours. You've got all these lovely people, and there are a lot of lovely people here to talk to. How do you encourage them? Because they're clearly interested to come along and get involved in your great sport.
Obviously, if you want to see 35, 40 of these cars, full contact on a quarter-mile oval, you'll never see a spectacle like it. You just need to get some fixture list from the stand over there and come to a meeting, and you will get infected and you will come back 100%.
That sounds a bit dodgy. You will get infected. You'll catch the bug.
That's it, yeah, absolutely.
Still not quite right, but I get where you're going to.
Yeah, you'd never just do one meeting. You just can't keep away from it, and it's the entertainment you get every race is just unbelievable.
If you want to see me crash, come along. I'm great at that.
It has been such a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck in New Zealand. Keep it up.
Yep.
Please give a huge round of applause then for Frankie and his lovely daughter Phoebe. Thanks a lot.